Welcome to Trending Now USA. I'm Bella. And tonight we celebrate a historic, electrifying, and emotional breakthrough that has sent an entire nation into jubilation. The Philippines has a new hero on the world stage. Alexandra Alex, who just became the first Filipino player ever to win a WTA singles title. Yes, you heard that right. From Manila to Madrid, from clay to hard courts, from junior dreams to global glory, Eala has done what no one from her country has ever achieved in professional tennis. Let's dive deep into this historic moment. How it happened, what it means, and why Alex's name will forever be etched in the record books of world sport. The match that made history. It happened under the bright lights of the Japan Women's Open in Osaka, a WTA 250 tournament that suddenly turned into a stage for destiny. Facing the experienced and powerful Vervaragra in the final, Eala played with composure beyond her years, defeating the French-Russian contender 6-4, 4-6, 6-3 to claim her first ever WTA singles title. As the final ball sailed long from Griva's racket, Eala fell to her knees, tears streaming down her face. Her hands covered her mouth. Her shoulders shook. And then, as the crowd erupted, she looked to the sky, almost as if to say, "We did it." For a 19-year-old from Quezon City, that moment wasn't just about lifting a trophy. It was about lifting the hopes of millions. The journey to the crown. To understand how monumental this is, we need to rewind the clock. Eala's rise has been one of perseverance, patience, and passion. Trained at the Rafa Nadal Academy in Mallorca, Spain since she was 12, she's been sharpening her skills in the same place where champions are molded. Those who have seen her play describe her as having Nadal's intensity, Serena's belief in her own unique brand of fire. Eala made headlines in her junior years when she captured 2 Grand Slam doubles titles at the 2020 Australian Open and the 2021 French Open. But this WTA crown was the professional breakthrough she'd been chasing for years. And it didn't come easy. She had to battle past 3 seeded players in Osaka, including world number 28 Magdala Linette and rising Japanese star Nabino, both of whom she defeated in grueling 3-set matches that tested her physical and mental limits. By the time she reached the final, she had already played more than 10 hours of high-intensity tennis that week. But she wasn't done. She had history to make. The final grit meets glory. The final match was a war of nerves. Eala came out firing, breaking Chiva's serve early, and holding steady to take the first set. 6-4. Her forehand was fluid, her movement explosive, and her confidence palpable. But in the second set, Giva fought back. Using her experience and heavy ground strokes, she capitalized on Eala's brief lapses and leveled the match. 6-4. And then came the third set, the set that will be remembered forever in Philippine sports. Eala raced to a 3-0 lead, pumping her fist after every point. Giva tried to rally, cutting the deficit to 3-2, but Eala never flinched. Her serve, once her Achilles heel, became her weapon. Her forehand started finding impossible angles, At 5-3, serving for the match, Eala faced 2 break points, but she stood tall, unleashed an ace down the tee. Her historic ace, followed by a blistering forehand winner that painted the line. On championship point, she went for her favorite play, the lefty serve wide, the open court forehand. Finish. Game set history and nation celebrates. As soon as the match ended, the Philippines erupted online. Social media feeds were flooded with pride. Hashtags First WTA champion and hashtag Pinoy Pride trended globally. The Philippine president issued a congratulatory statement calling her a symbol of Filipino excellence and perseverance. The Philippine Sports Commission said it best. Eala has shown the world what Filipino grit and grace can achieve. This victory belongs to every young athlete who dreams. Even Rafael Nadal, her mentor, posted on Instagram. Congratulations, Alex. First WTA title. Amazing work. Keep going. This is just the start. From Manila's Rizal Memorial courts to small tennis clubs across the islands, young players cheered. Coaches stopped practice sessions just to replay the match highlights. Tennis, long overshadowed by basketball and boxing in the Philippines, suddenly had its global moment. What this means for Philippine sports, Eala's triumph goes far beyond the trophy. It's a cultural and sporting landmark. She's the first Filipino player, male or female, to win a WTA singles title. She's now projected to break into the top 50 of the world rankings, a first for the Philippines. Her victory comes just months after becoming the first Filipino woman to win a Grand Slam main draw match at the U.S. Open. In a country where tennis has struggled for funding, Eala's win serves as proof that world-class success is possible with the right support and vision. Sports minds in the Philippines have already reported a surge in inquiries. Parents are enrolling kids in tennis lessons. The Eala effect is real. Eala's reflections after victory. In her post-match interview, Eala was humble but emotional. I've dreamed of this since I was a kid. To finally hold this trophy. It's surreal. I dedicate this to my family, my coaches, and of course to the Philippines. This is for all of us. When asked about her mindset and the pressure moments, she said, I just told myself, play for love. Play for the people back home who believe in me. It's that emotional connection, that sense of purpose that makes her story so powerful. The making of a champion. A's rise didn't happen overnight. Her mother, Riza, was a national athlete, while her grandfather, former PBA commissioner Cesar Buboy, Eala, has long been a figure in Philippine sports. But Alex forged her own identity through sheer commitment. At age 12, she moved abroad, training away from family to pursue a dream that many thought unreachable. There were homesick nights, losses that stung, and injuries that tested her spirit. Her coach at Nadal Academy once said, Alex never skips work. She trains like she's already a top 10 player. That work ethic, combined with her natural left-handed flair, has produced a game that blends artistry and athleticism. Her top spin forehand sliding defense, and court intelligence make her a complete player and now a champion. Global media reaction. International media wasted no time highlighting Eala's achievement. ESPN. From the Philippines to the world, Alex makes history in Osaka. BBC Sport. Asia's new star emerges as Eala captures first WTA crown. WTA, a trailblazer. Eala breaks barriers and hearts in a stunning final. Analysts praised her mental toughness, especially under pressure. Tennis legend Chris Evert tweeted that composure at 19. Wow! The Philippines has a star. The ripple effect. Back home, fans gathered at malls and sports centers to watch the replay. Tennis clubs hosted Eala nights, projecting her match on big screens. Philippine flags waved across different time zones. Her alma mater in Manila held a victory assembly where students chanted, "Alex! Alex! Alex!" It wasn't just pride, it was hope. Eala's victory became symbolic of what's possible when young Filipinos chase excellence on a global scale. What's next for Alex? With this win, Eala is projected to enter the top 50 in the WTA rankings, the highest ever for a Filipino player. Her next focus, preparing for the Asian swing, including the China Open and possibly the WTA Finals qualifiers if her run continues. Her long-term goal is clear. Break into the top 20, win a Grand Slam title, inspire a generation of Asian athletes to believe they belong at the top. In her own words, this is not the end. This is just the first step of something bigger. The historic ace, a symbol of destiny. That final ace, the one that sealed her championship point, has already become a defining image. Photos of her collapsing to her knees after that serve have flooded news outlets. Sports historians have dubbed it the ace that changed everything. For the Philippines, it wasn't just a tennis point. It was a national heartbeat, frozen in time. One that reminded the world that greatness can come from anywhere. Even from a young woman who grew up training under the tropical sun, dreaming of moments like this. Final thoughts. Eala's victory isn't just a sporting achievement. It's a statement of identity, resilience, and pride. For a country that has long waited for a tennis hero, she has delivered not just a trophy, but a legacy. For young dreamers across Asia, she has opened a door. And for herself, she's just getting started. The world better take notice. The Filipino fire has arrived on the WTA stage and it's here to stay. Congratulations. Alex, the first Filipino WTA champion.